Boys and girls, if you like to make bread at home, I want to show you a very easy way of making bread. In fact, it's so easy, anyone can do it. And you don't even need to knead it, even though you could knead if you like. Okay, let me show you how to do it. First of all, we need 3 cups of flour. Now this is a half cup. So how many cups would I need then if this is a half cup and I need 3 cups? If you guess 6 cups, then you are right. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 half cups makes 3 whole cups. And now I need 1.5 teaspoon, so that's of salt. 1 teaspoon and half teaspoon. All right. And I need, this time we're gonna use yeast. And you don't need a lot, only need 1/4 of a teaspoon. So you can get 1/4, which is, this is about 1/4 because this is half teaspoon. So this is about 1/4 of a teaspoon of instant yeast. And then you just mix it all up. That's all you need to do. Oops, got some on me. And finally, you add 1.5 cup of water. Okay, now this is a half cup measure. So how many of these half cups do I need to make 1.5 cup? You're right, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So that makes 1.5 cup. Now all I need to do is to mix it until everything combines. Just combine everything. And then the secret to this very easy recipe is that you just have to let it sleep. You just have to let it do its work overnight. Okay, so right now I'm mixing it so that it will become one lump. I will see that almost all of the white flour, loose flour is combined together as a dough. Like that. See? Do you see? All the flour is incorporated. 所以你们晓得中文怎么讲吗？中文这是3杯面粉，然后1茶匙半的盐，然后1/4茶匙的酵母，快速酵母，然后1杯半的水。And you just mix it all together with chopstick or with a spoon. And now you just let it go to sleep. Now, gonna scrape this all together. See, like that. So easy. Just take this off. Scrape it off. and just cover it. And find a place around. You can leave it on the counter, or if you don't have a cover, you can cover it with a plastic wrap and just let it go to sleep. And tomorrow after 12 hours, then we will work on it again, okay? And I'll be ready to bake. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hi boys and girls, are you ready to bake bread today? Remember last night we put away our no knead bread dough? If you had done so, it should look like this. See? Compared to last night, it looks very different. And so today I want to show you how to put it together. First, you dust your surface with lots of flour. And then you pour the dough out. Okay? It's very easy. You just get a spatula, get it to have some flour too. See how it just flow out? You see all the holes? During the time that it is resting, it has developed a lot of holes in the bread. And that is good. That's what it should have. So just all come out. Okay? Now, you want to do a couple of folds to just make it look like bread because it's very soft. So it might be easier if you have a spatula rather than use your hand. Or if you want to use your hand, you have to make sure that your hand is dusted with flour. And now you could just, it's as easy as this, you just fold it as this, or if I like, I could turn it over. Woo. See? And shape it like this to make it tighter on the surface so that it looks more like a rounded loaf. See? Like that. And now I could just take a parchment paper like this and I could sprinkle some flour on top, or I could sprinkle some sesame on top and just put the loaf right on the parchment paper. And then I could let it rest while I preheat the oven to 500 degrees. And this is the part where you need your mom and dad's help because you don't want to burn yourself. And the regular way to do this is I would take a pot that doesn't have any plastic part with a cover and put it in the oven and let it preheat to 500 degrees. And it would take about maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes, which is about how long the bread needs to rest. And then with pot holders, I take out a hot pot and just put the whole bread with the parchment paper right inside the pot. And I would use a knife to cut 2 slices on the bread when it's in here, okay? And just cover it and put it back in the oven to bake for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I would, with a pot holder, take off the cover and let it cook for another 10 minutes so that the surface will be more brown if you like a more crispy surface. And then the bread will be done and you could enjoy it. But today, however, I'm not going to do that because it's a hot day and I don't want to heat up my big oven. And so instead, I'm going to cut the bread in half and do half in my air fryer and half in my toaster oven. And I don't know about you, but I like to try new things. So I am going to, in one of the bread, I'm going to put in onion and cheese, Swiss cheese. The other one I think I will leave plain. Or another choice would be to put some 肉松, pork 松 into the bread. That would, and some scallion. That would taste good too. So let me show you. I'm going to cut the bread in half right now. Okay, divide it in two. I'm gonna use this. And actually, this is what I bought from Simon for his school fundraiser. And it comes in really handy. I'm gonna divide the bread in half. Take half. Half of this I will leave plain because I do like to have plain bread and I eat it with butter and it's really good. So I'll just shape it a little like this and do what I said before. To make the surface a little tighter and put a little, I like sesame seed. Put a little sesame seed here on the bottom, or I could do cornmeal and put it right on top. That'll be my one plain loaf. And on the top, I'm gonna spray some water so I could put some more sesame on top so that it'll stick. I like sesame. Do you know that sesame is good for you? Sesame seed is high in calcium, so it's very good for you. Good for your bones. So I'm gonna let it rest for about 20 minutes before I'm gonna put it in the oven. Now, one nice thing about the toaster oven is that because it's small, it doesn't need a lot of preheating time. That's one reason I like to do that. So I'm going to put it in a pan just like this and let it rise for about 20 minutes before I make the cut and put it in. All right, so that's done. And for this one, I'm going to put in some extra filling. How am I gonna do this? Let's see. I need a lot more flour, I think. I'm going to maybe with the help of a dough stick. Oops, don't want to lose that bread. And just slide it out a little bit more. Need flour on this. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, just work with what you have and just put in, just add more flour if it gets more sticky. Now this onion, I had put a little olive oil on it so that it will be more flavorful. Okay, and you know, this is 1/4 of an onion. I don't even think I need that much. And I'm going to put, and this is about 1/2 cup of cheese, cheddar, Swiss cheese. And just gonna sprinkle some on top. You know what? I think I only use about 1/4 cup. That's plenty of cheese right there. And I'm gonna roll it up. You know, sometimes when you experiment with things, it will not always turn out perfect, okay? But even if it doesn't, it's a good learning experience. So you learn from your mistake, and the next time you will do better. And also it's more fun, right? Okay. So this, I'm going to just lay it like this. It's gonna be kind of a strange loaf, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna need another parchment paper. And this time, I think I'll put in some cornmeal. I'll use some cornmeal. Okay. I'll put some cornmeal on top. Okay. And lay it on top. That's it. And again, I'm gonna let it rest for 20 minutes before I put it in the air fryer, which I will do at the highest degree. Temperature is 400. So before I put it in, I'm gonna spray it with water and preheat 3 minutes to 400. And I put it in, I'm gonna bake it for 15 minutes, and then I'll lower the temperature to 350 and see how that'll turn out. Okay, see you later. Look, our bread is ready. This is the one that I baked in a toaster oven that's plain, and I baked it at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. And this one I baked in the air fryer for 400 degrees and for 10 minutes, and then I lowered it to 325 degrees and baked for another 15 minutes, and then I turned it upside down and I baked the other side for another 5 minutes. Anyway, the recipe is in the comments below, in the link in the bottom, and you can see the recipe. Now, this is a true test. We're gonna cut it and see what it looks like inside. Okay. Wow, look at that. It's soft on the inside and crunchy on the outside, and has these big holes that they're supposed to have. Let's look at this one. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I put on more cheese and onion on top too, because I like the cheese flavor. Let's see. This is the one with the cheese and onion inside and also on top. Look at that. It looks good. Let's try a piece. See how that tastes. Okay. This is called a serrated knife, meaning it has many points. And when you cut bread, you should use this kind of knife. And when you cut it, you don't press down. You do it in a sawing motion. Mmm, so good. Want to try some, Ian?
No.
Okay, that's perfect. Very good. This one, I'm gonna cut a slice and I'm gonna put some butter on top. See how that tastes. Ah, this is great. It's yummy. And with the sesame seeds, so good. Well, I hope you will try this bread. Very easy to make. Make it any way you like, with a big oven or with a small oven. It all turn out. With fillings, you could do chocolate fillings if you like. You can make 肉松 with scallion. That would be a good combination. You can even do jam or preserve with cream cheese. That would be quite tasty too. Okay, so the sky's the limit. You figure out what kind of bread you like. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.